What is the diagnosis you bring to me?
Dr. Stewart, I have come to warn you that your guest, your neighbor Count Dracula, may be a vampire.
Nonsense. What you suggest is impossible.
But my dear fellow, if you only knew the facts!
I'm in the more than you think, Van Helsing! And besides, Vampire Lord Self shows just how wrong you are.
How so?
Well, if the Count is a vampire, which I sincerely doubt, then one of the basic rules is that he cannot enter into a building unless someone invites him in.
But you invited him to dinner, did you not?
Well, yes. But you see, this was not his first visit to my home. The first time I saw him, he was waiting for me downstairs in the parlor, the sort of anteroom where I meet the families of my patients on occasion. I certainly hadn't invited him in then.
Well, I must admit, you do have a pretty telling point. He certainly cannot be a vampire if he came in uninvited.
And when you get right down to it, only a lunatic would ask such a creature to come in. Oh, but I'm forgetting my manners. Allow me to introduce Mr. Boris Redfield, one of my patients.
How do you do? What is Mr. Renfield's complaint?
He says his mattress is too hard.
No, I mean the nature of his dementia.
Quite a peculiar one. He dines on bugs.
Well, that's not so strange. So do the natives of New Guinea. So you could easily say he is as sane as you are. That's not saying much.
Oh, but his other complaint is certainly verifiable. Have you ever heard of contagious enthusiasm relative to gypsy ancestry manifesting itself in a tendency to guided tours?
Of course! But I've never encountered a case before.
Well, you're looking at one.
Oh, fascinating.
Can't we discuss my dementia over dinner?
Splendid idea. You'll join us, of course.
Oh, but Sam, this will make an odd number at the table.
No, it won't. Count Dracula has gone out.
But he might come back. Don't worry about it. I'm really not hungry tonight anyhow. I believe I'll just sit here by the fireside and worry about my missing Jonathan some more.
Oh, that reminds me, dear. Did Dracula have any information about Jonathan?
I'm not sure. I started to ask him, but we got off the subject.
Well, time enough to ask him after dinner. Come along, Sophie.
Nina, are you sure you don't want to join us for dinner? No. You go on, Boo Boo. I'll be fine. Well, all right.
Your name is Boo-Boo? Isn't that a little odd?
It beats Hezekiah.
Are you sure you won't join us, Miss Maynard?
Yes, Nellie. I'll be perfectly fine.
Come on, Nellie! Let's go get that yummy cockroach.
Podrunners, Boris. Podrunners.
Where did you?
I knew from the first moment inside this beautiful place that you must belong to me. That is the reason I came here tonight.
Saw my face before you came here tonight.
Yes, Jonathan Harker carries a photograph of you wherever he goes. I saw it in his bedroom one night.
Jonathan, where is he? What have you done with him?
Oh, nothing. Nothing that cannot be undone if I have your willing cooperation.
You would use that against me? My love for Jonathan? You would force me into your will by threatening his life?
There is nothing I would not do to have you as my own.
Well, your hands are like ice, and yet your eyes burn with golden fires.
Don't be afraid, belong to me. That we made our destiny. it's time to start. Now you shall surely find dark delight. Don't decline. You are mine tonight.
Master! Master! Van Helsing is coming! You must fly!
Captain! Stay where you are! The monster has escaped. Hasmina.
What is going on in here? Mina!
She's alright, she's alright. I made it in time.
In time for what? What's going on here?
Well, Dracula was here trying to take Mina as his bride. But then Van Helsing showed up and then the Dracula turned into a bat and flew away.
I told you he was nuts.
Really?
Precisely what he said. If I had not had this, Mina would even now be offered to tonight as I have.
And what is that?
It's a cloth of garlic. Vampires cannot bear to have it music.
The flame of PUs.
You've got to believe me, all of you. Mina is in dreadful danger. We must all combine in a united effort to stop this monstrous foe.
What foe?
Because I said so!
But man, surely you're mistaken. He couldn't have been the count you saw. He was strolling through the garden, and I'll swear he never passed back through the house to come up here.
Can't I make you understand?
Oh no.
What are walls, or doors, or staircases to a vampire? They mean nothing to him! Nothing!
Steady, you're talking nonsense. After all, this is the 19th century.
What has happened? Why am I here on the sofa? The count, is he gone?
He was never here, dear.
You're just imagining things.
There's no one here but normal people.
Shots, Nellie.
But I could have sworn he was here. He sang the strangest song to me. And we danced. And then we... Well, and then we... Everything seemed to dissolve. And there was only his eyes. His bright burning eyes.
You just had a bad dream, dear.
Yeah, that's it.
Flat-headed you are for having no dinner.
You really should eat something, Mina.
Stop it! All of you, stop it! Mina is in mortal peril. Can't I make you believe me?
But Van, what you're suggesting is black magic, sorcery, idiotic superstition.
But don't you see? That attitude is precisely what he's counting on! Blindness! Blindness until it is too late! The only way to prove my contention is to let him take Mina.
Oh, doctor, you're overwrought.
Maybe you should have a drink to calm your nerves.
Maybe we should all have something, Nellie?
Oh, thanks. I could use a snort.
I mean, you fix us all a drink. And one for yourself, of course.
Not very subservient, is she?
She used to be.
But, like, dear, I do detect a definite difference in her diffident deference.
What would everybody like?
I suppose a drink would be a good idea too. I'll have a scotch and soda with a maximum of scotch and a mini soda.
Minnesota!
You'll turn your faces to that place so super great.
Call Minnesota stay. Winona has a lot of great tobogganing and inventing. Everyone's a sorry city cause they got no mayo fin. And they almost heard of you that you break. Minneapolis, listen, both of them are better. Hey! 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 Ho! Hey! 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 Ho! Go! It's a